Hey guys, it's Eric with the Miller Park Minute. Back again, talking Brewers, throwing strikes, getting likes, hitting dingers, getting listeners. This is your favorite Brewers Daily podcast. Back again, doing it daily. We took a little hiatus here, but we are back to continue to talk about Brewers. It wasn't because of the bad games. It wasn't because of that. It was just I was mentally drained. Been a very busy beginning of the year. I did like 112, 110 days in a row of podcasts, and I just wanted a little break. So took a little 7-day hiatus. I appreciate those of you who reached out to me. Um, it really means a lot. It really does. So we're gonna get back into it here. We're gonna get back on. I mentioned that I was gonna revamp the show. We're still working on some of the graphics and some of the things here for the visual experience, the audio experience. We're gonna add some content to the audio experience as well. And those will be just new news and notes and things. I don't know. I'll kind of incorporate them and you'll kind of learn about them as they get added and as they get changed. So that being said, let's get into today's video. But first, let's mention we are brought to you by SeatGeek. SeatGeek is a sponsor. You can get tickets. Actually, new as of today, they are the official ticket exchange partner of MLB. Paired up right with the MLB app, so you can buy and sell tickets directly from the app, and you can also save money using the code Miller Park Minute, saving $20 on your first purchase. So, if you want to support this channel and support the efforts that I put out on a daily basis, you can go on over to our friends at patreon.com and you can put in Miller Park Minute as the code there at Patreon, and that will allow you to support the channel. And that's totally optional. So, that being said, let's talk about the crew today. Um, I first want to make a comment on where we've been in the last week and what happened and the blip in the road. And even today, I find it interesting, and one of the things that it just kind of burns my skin a little bit, grinds my gears, is the automatic jump on the hope and the failure. Like, oh, this is the Brewers I expected. Like that seems to be the go-to for people once the Brewers play bad, and it really burns me because it's like, okay, yeah, we had a bad week, we lost 6 games, it happens. I mean, it happens to the Dodgers. It happens to the St. Louis Cardinals, who are in last place in our division. It happens. Our whole division sucked last week. We had a bad week as a division. Doesn't mean we're terrible. It doesn't mean everything has been a falsehood or a falsity. It just means we had a bad week. And you know me, I like to be the lighter side. I always like to look at it glasses half full, not half empty. And I just feel like sports fans in the state of Wisconsin, whether it be the Bucks, Brewers, Packers, are all ready to jump on. Oh, see, I told you they were going to be bad. I called that they were going to be bad. And it's like, why are you celebrating that? You should be happy when they win. You should be disappointed when they lose, but don't be angry disappointed where you're so yeah, I said Eric Lauer was bad. Like just get over yourselves. Get over it. And so many people put it, and I love the Brewers. I love the Brewers. I love sports. But so many people get so angry and put so much weight. They break toys. They break bobbleheads. Get over yourselves. Do I get mad when the Brewers lose? Yeah, but there's a game tomorrow. There's 162 of them every season, guys. You're going to go through bad stretches. You're not going to go win 162. You're not going to win 150. You're not going to win 145. You are going to get into the playoffs in this day and age, win 80 to 90 games, maybe even less. But I just had to rant on that because I watch it and I see it on Twitter. I see it on Facebook. People want to be right about the Brewers. They want to be right about Christian Yelich being bad. They want to be right about Eric Lauer sucks. This Adrian Hauser. Oh, they. You know what I want to be right about? The positives that I wrote down on this piece of paper. That's what I want to be right about. Yeah, I have some things that I root for. I didn't want Tyrone Taylor to. I didn't want Tyrone Taylor to start the season on the team, but it wasn't because I wanted to see the youth. I wanted to see the Joey Weimers. I wanted to see the Sal Freliks. Now because of injury, Tyrone Taylor is back at a crucial time, and his injury in turn gave the youth time to play. And unfortunately, Garrett Mitchell got injured. Fact of the matter. Just things that happen in the game of baseball. And I think that's one of the things we miss a lot of times when we talk about this game, when we talk about this team, is there are parts of baseball that are just parts of baseball. You can miss 70% of the time and hit 300. That's part of baseball. A 3 ERA is a good ERA, depending on your definition. But I mean, there's some success and there's some failure, and you just have to go with that. There's never been a perfect team in the history of baseball to win all of the games played. There won't be. There's never going to be a guy that goes up and hits every at bat. There won't be. Just not happening. I mean, we've got some decent batting averages across the board. If you look at our starting lineup and who hit today. Okay, Yelich 244, pretty decent. 230, Winker 233, Voit 217, the low man. Adames 229, Telez 239, Anderson 244. You're looking at Caratini doesn't get as much play time, but he's hitting 300. Turang's hitting 245. Taylor is hitting 230. 231. My contacts are bad. 215 for Weimer. So, I mean, nobody's going to be perfect. You ain't going to have all guys that hit 300. Even if we flip the coin to the Dodgers side of things, you're going to see very similar batting averages. The Dodgers are actually batting two guys at the bottom of the order in Rojas and Thompson, who have below 200 batting averages. So, that being said, guys, I mean, it is what it is. Like, major highlights today, we had Caratini and our boy Telez hitting bombs, back-to-back bombs, actually. So, really not much to write home about. I would say the good would definitely be the performance from Rowdy. And Rowdy is just constantly he's engaged, he's locked down now. Hitting a home run. He only hit one for four, but that home run's a very, very crucial thing. It kept us in the game late. There were still late at bats, even in the ninth inning, where we had that opportunity, and that's all you need. Baseball is a game of inches and shots, and just playing a game to your utmost, to the last at bat, and that's where we were. We were in this game until the last at bat. So I can't fault a team that plays a game to the last at bat. The passion and the anger we saw the other day from Craig Counsell when what should have been basically a balk or a given base with the 3 disengagements, that is something that we got screwed on. You're going to get screwed time in and time out. I mean, ball and strike calls are not perfect. We know this. We see umpire scoreboard or scorecards. But you just got to roll with it and you got to keep going. I mean, does this game matter? Yes, it does. The game against the Dodgers always matters. Every game always matters in some way, shape, or form, but there's 162 of them. So, and I'm not going to be here standing on a soapbox saying it's early, it's early, it's early. No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying that we need to not have so much rage for the fact that mess ups happen. If you were perfect 100% of the time, the game would be super, super boring. Even the best teams quote unquote, seems like the Dodgers aren't perfect 99% of the time. They gave up 9 runs to us yesterday. We won by 6. So that being said, other highlights, I guess I would really highlight um Caratini and Tellez going deep. Just across the board, I mean, it's lack of clutch hitting. I mean, we did have 2 runs on 5 hits. But we needed, obviously the hit column was down today. There's a slew of guys that didn't hit. Christian Yelich didn't get hit. Winker didn't. Adames didn't. Adames had an opportunity for really clutch. He got robbed. Just happens. Part of the game. It's how we lost out. Chris Taylor stealing our dreams of going to the World Series back in 2018. I mean, just sometimes it happens, guys. The bad, I think the bad of today would have to be just those moments that you have a home run in and lands in the glove of Chris Taylor. That's the bad. Downright ugly, yes. I am going to point it out. Now, I was just giving Lauer some props in a way, but I'm gonna say Lauer going 3.2 innings. Right now, we've been averaging roughly about 5 innings per starter, even with all these fill-in guys that we've had come in. So 4 hits and 3 runs given up and 3 2/3 is not ideal. That's ugly. That is straight up ugly. And I will call out the ugly and I will call a spade a spade. That's ugly. He sucked tonight and there's no sugarcoating that. But is he the worst player ever? Should we DFA him? No. You should. The internet is a wild place. You should see what the people say on the online. I mean, you probably know if you're listening to this podcast and you're listening to me talk, which I appreciate. Appreciate you coming and getting my opinion, but um, people just rail on it. People just rail on it. So, Sophia Minute tweeted out actually that Eric Lauer had a 2.37 ERA in 11 career starts against the Dodgers. Tonight was the shortest appearance. So, little stat for you there. All right, so let's talk about some other stuff here. Talk about some stories, some of the stuff I missed while I was gone and off. Brewers did push their way up in the standings to only 0.5 games back. We're just below Pittsburgh at 0.5 games back. Cardinals have now won 3 straight against the Cubs. Or no, I'm sorry, not against the Cubs. 2 straight against the Cubs and 3 straight overall. They are starting to come back. On a podcast I was listening to earlier today, they actually brought up the fact, well, who are you more afraid of, the Cardinals or the Pirates? Right now, I'd say the Pirates. Strictly based on the fact that they're playing this new brand of baseball. And I talked about this before in a previous episode. I think I actually talked about it with Peter Groh the other day. But they're playing this new brand of baseball. And this new brand of baseball is the faster paced game, the stealing, they're playing this at a high level right now. And I'm not going to discredit them because they've been holding on. It's not like they're tanking off at this juncture. You're going to go through rough stretches. Like I said, every team goes through rough stretches. Dodgers aren't exactly shining and undefeated in the top of first place either. The best team is still the Tampa Bay Rays. So that being said, I can't. I want to talk about the injuries since we have cleared up that list a little bit. Gus Varlin came back today. Sousa got optioned to AAA Nashville again. Of course, you got to keep Gus Varlin because he is that Rule 5. Did not have the best of outing, but I think that's just adjustments. Hopefully, he'll be fine. We got Tyrone Taylor back. It's good. You're looking at late June or early at the earliest for Brandon Woodruff at this juncture. Matt Bush looks like he's supposed to be late May. Urias says a date of May 30th. Garrett Mitchell's still out for the season. Obviously, Aaron Ashby as well. Adrian Hauser got a start on Sunday, did pretty well. Justin Wilson is July, and Alexander is late May, early June. So, that being said, we are getting some guys back from injury. We saw some good consistency out of Freddie Peralta last night. Freddie Peralta and I would say Wade Miley first, and then Freddie Peralta second, as far as top two right now. And just a love fest. Love fest. Let's talk about the leaderboards as we go through it. 277 is the average leader, and that is our boy William Contreras. He is not struggling, unlike his brother Wilson. Wilson is kind of being pigeonholed as the problem for the St. Louis Cardinals so far this season. Kind of interesting. Christian Yelich leads the team in runs scored, 28 of those. Rowdy just rocketed another Rowdy bomb tonight. So he is now at 10. Willie Adames has 23 RBIs, tied with Mr. Tellez at 23. Christian Yelich has 7 stolen bases, leading the squad there. Freddie Peralta's got 4 wins, leading the team there. Saves Devin Williams. Freddie Peralta, 3.32 ERA. Strikeouts, Freddie Peralta at 46. And whip is Corbin Burns. I think this is one of Corbin Burns' first entries to the leaderboards. 113. Now we got Wade Miley on the hill in the final matchup of the old dogs. Wade Miley versus Clayton Kershaw in some afternoon action against the Dodgers tomorrow, starting at 12:40. That should be a fun one. Just brief mention. I don't think this is really a story. Every other podcast has chatted about it, so I will briefly bring it up. 8th inning beers are no longer a thing. So if you happen to buy the Breaking Teas t-shirt that said Cheers to 8th inning beers, it's now like a rarity because it's all the whole experiment is over. So we talked about the leaderboard. Pittsburgh Pirates just ahead of us by 0.5 games. They are currently on a loss streak of 1, same as the Brewers. The Cubs have lost 3 in a row. Cincinnati's won 1, and St. Louis has won 3. You go down to the East. Atlanta, Miami, Mets, Philadelphia, and Washington. Mets are having some trouble right now. Verlander got rocked up a little bit in his first start. Scherzer got scratched from a start. The Dodgers have, with their most recent win streak, they were, I want to say, now it's going to change because of what I listened to. They're 8-2 in their last 10. So they're back at top, but they're still followed by the Arizona Diamondbacks, who are 1 game back. San Diego coming in at 3rd. San Fran. And then the Rockies, who may have a few more wins due to us, unfortunately. Tampa Bay leading all of MLB, followed by Baltimore. Ooh, is Baltimore tied with them for wins? No. 29. Misread the number. But Tampa Bay, Baltimore, Toronto, Boston, in New York. See, another one. That's a weird one. And this is the new game of baseball. I mean, some big injuries have happened over the last few weeks as well, but this is part of the dynamic now. Minnesota, Cleveland, Detroit, Uh, White Sox, then Kansas City, Texas, LA, Houston, Seattle, Oakland. Seats are falling apart in Oakland. I saw a video online tonight. It was hilarious. And I'm sorry, but I'm still on the side of I still think it's very, very funny to see that people are so upset about this because like it doesn't affect them. It doesn't hurt them about the Vegas deal. And you're not gonna hear much about that right now because they're trying to work out all the finer points. I was listening to David Sampson this morning, and he was saying that there's a lot when a team is sold or when a team relocates, a lot of just paperwork and back end stuff. So we're not going to hear too much about that. As far as other stories in Brewers news, there's not really a whole lot going on. Obviously, um, everything we've really highlighted has been the key. The losing streak only got to 6 losses, so that wasn't bad by any stretch of the means. It could have got a lot worse. I'm glad it didn't get a lot worse. But we have slipped in the power rankings. You know how I like to talk about the power rankings. So we have slipped down. I will get MLB power rankings. See, I lost it. I had it and I lost it. All right, so we'll go to CBS Sports. They kind of had us in a bad position in the first place, so it'll be interesting to see where they've got us now. Rays, Braves, Orioles, Dodgers, Rangers, Red Sox, Blue Jays, Padres, Astros, Pirates, Brewers. So Pirates and Brewers basically just slipped down. Um, Similar with the top 10 for the Athletic podcast, we slipped down there as well. I think we're right about the same spot, number 9 and 10, or number 10 and 11. Um, excuse me. I was seeing if anybody's got any more. Here we go. Power rankings for week 6. Rays, Braves, Orioles. The Orioles are coming on. They've been this has been 2 years now that they've been coming on. It's been pretty awesome to watch. Blue Jays, Dodgers, Red Sox, Rangers. Ooh, MLB.com's got us at 8. And the Pirates have slipped to 13. So it's not bad. Still in the range of top 10. So I'm not going to rule that as a bad thing yet. We'll see how we continue the series. Right now we've got an even series with the Dodgers, so tomorrow's matchup is very important, whether we win the series or not. But I'm not going to rule us as terrible and just totally bad at this juncture yet. We will find that out. I think that's about all I have. One other. There's a proposed stadium for Orlando. They're looking to add an expansion team in Orlando. So Vegas and Orlando are looking to be the new locations for MLB. Also, they're talking about Nashville or Memphis, somewhere in there. Um, these are things developing. We don't know anything yet, but we will see. I'm assuming in the real near future too. I mean, I think they want to expand the league. I think they want to try and get this thing just grown. Um, and that's awesome. I mean, let's grow the game more. Let's make it bigger, better, the best we can, right? I mean, I think we've made some headway with with what's going on right now. I think more people are watching, more people are engaged. So I appreciate that. Guys, this has been a nice little break, and I appreciate you guys sticking with me. Anybody who reached out, I appreciate all of your messages. I heard them, I saw them. Um, and it means a lot to me that you guys cared enough to reach out and ask, hey, is the show done or what's going on? Nobody talks about the Brewers, and not like you do, and some people kind of, not to shamelessly plug myself, but some people said, like you're one of the best voices out there, and I was like, wow, that's really means a lot to me because this is something that's just a passion of mine. I enjoy talking to you guys, and I enjoy coming out here, talking baseball every day, and just means a lot. So thank you guys for the support. I really needed it, and we'll keep coming at you. We'll keep throwing strikes, getting likes, hitting dingers, getting listeners, doing our thing every night, every day. Um, Feel free to get at me on Twitter, Miller Minute. If you like this video, share it with your friends. Um, keep growing this thing, make it bigger, make it better every day. So, coming this week, new extended audio content will be added. We're going to do some interesting, fun stuff there and try some things out. So, thank you guys for watching. Have a great rest of your day, evening, night, whatever time of day you are listening to this, whatever time of day you're hearing me. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. And as always, guys, go Brew Crew. Let's get these Dodgers. Let's go.